Welcome to Two Chicks and a Horror Flick, a weekly horror movie review podcast. I'm Tawny Ray.
And I'm Felicia Connor. Subscribe to get new episodes every Wednesday. We dive into trivia, drink a little whiskey, and of course, give our no BS opinions.
Join our Discord server or message us on social media to talk all things scary.
And if you like the show, consider supporting us on Patreon.
You can find all these links on our website, twochicksandahorrorflick.com. Thanks for listening.
Now let's get scared. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're happy to be with you. We are recording on this Super Bowl Sunday. So I was just watching the Super Bowl, and it was really exciting. The teams are fighting.
Okay.
Not fighting like fighting, but they're working hard. You know, sometimes when you watch a sporting event, you're like, come on, where's the energy? Oh, there's a lot of energy.
I mean, they better be bringing the energy for the Super Bowl.
That's true.
Who's winning? I'm not watching it at all.
When I walked away 10 minutes ago or 5 minutes ago, the Eagles were winning.
Okay. Did you watch the halftime show? How was that?
Yes. I don't want people to hate me. No, I think it was fine. I think it was good. I mean, it was Kendrick Lamar, and I wasn't really sure of his music, so don't hate me. I recognize his name, though. And so I listened to it beforehand, and it was pretty cool. It reminded me of I don't know if he's from East Coast, but like the East Coast rap I used to listen to when I was a teenager. And I thought, oh, this is cool, but I didn't recognize any of the music. So, I mean, he did his thing, and there were like dancers, but it's not like some Super Bowl shows that you see.
Yeah, totally.
It wasn't like that.
And if you don't know his songs, I could see how that would be.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, this will make sense. My very favorite halftime show ever was Dre and Snoop and just like all of that old school rap. I cried. I think I also teared up. Yeah,
yes, totally.
Right. Yes, that was just epic. So I'm sure there was people that were crying for this, but it wasn't like
totally
big and, you know.
Yeah, Lady Gaga is my favorite.
That was incredible.
No one's gonna top that, dude. Like, come on. She fucking flew down from the sky.
Yes.
Fucking danced the whole time while singing. It was fucking wild.
Yes, that was incredible. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, cool. I'll watch it later, the halftime show. So
also this week is Valentine's Day on Friday. So we're giving it a go one more time, some horror romance, and we're watching Your Monster from 2024.
Yeah.
But before we do that, Tawny, what are you drinking?
Drinking some water.
Nice.
As you know, but our listeners don't, I just woke up from a 2.5 hour couch nap on a Sunday. So I'm rehydrating. I've always been like, I'm not a napper. I don't like napping because I don't like the way I feel when I wake up, which is like really groggy. But I've discovered that if I wake up and then I just drink a fuck ton of water, I feel a lot better, which is maybe like duh, but yeah. So
nice.
I'm gonna keep drinking this water to rehydrate myself. Which, never mind. Okay. What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm excited.
I was gonna use it as a segue, but I don't want to skip what you're drinking.
I mean, water. So I don't know. Out of my Owala bottle, but that's it. Just some water. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I was going to use that as a segue because I meant to tell you in our last episode, but I forgot. I decided what my 2025 word is. And it's relax.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah. I really felt like, man, there's been so many years where it's like, I'm like focused on like working out and like connection or like building, and like I feel like it's always like this very much like action oriented type of thing, and now I'm like, this year it's relax. So I'm trying to just embrace the naps if I need them. Take them, sleep in the middle of the day, especially take Sunday to like just chill the fuck out. So yeah,
I love that. I will tell you mine because I have them in front of me. Because here's the thing that Tawny does not know. We had a big old talk about it on the end of year review where I talked about it because I had like all these words and Tawny was like, I don't have my words yet. I removed all of that.
Okay. I was going to ask you what it was, because didn't you have one? But
yeah, I had something. Oof. It just flew right out of my head and I don't have anything in front of me. But it was it was something about, I don't even remember. Was it like,
yeah, okay, we've
doing
revised
more? I don't know.
since then.
It didn't resonate. And so we have revised. I do have two though. The main one is balance, and then just reminding myself also of gratitude. So constant gratitude, but balance. And the reason for that is because I feel like I'm going to be having a lot going on, and there is a lot going on, and I want to do all of these things. And I think I can if I have balance, if I'm making sure, because during the week, throughout the day, I do have time. I do have a lot of time. I do project work for my day job, and my evenings are pretty open. So as long as I'm doing what I need to do in the certain times, and then also making sure that I have time for my family and grad school and all of this stuff. But I think I think I can get away with balancing everything. So I just want to make sure that, okay, I'm not, on a weekend, that I'm thinking of it thoughtfully, and I'm taking this time to study or do homework, and this time for my family, and just making sure there's balance there. That was long ass thing to say, but that's the word.
No, I love that. And what's the update with school? Because I saw you post about it, and I wasn't sure if you had gotten financial aid, because I know that was kind of the next piece of things, but it sounds like you did.
Right. That's right. Oh my gosh, Tawny, it's too long
been a long
that
time.
we don't talk to each other.
I know.
Because so busy with work and everything. I got a scholarship.
Okay.
I got a scholarship and financial aid.
That's awesome.
So we're good to go, and I'm going in. I start in March. My first term is going to be difficult, because in order to get the financial aid, I had to take 2 classes. Because usually they have their semesters broken up in terms. So there's spring A, spring B, fall, summer A, summer B, and it's set up so you take 1 class a term.
Okay.
So 2 classes a semester for graduate school. But I'm coming in at spring B. So if I only took 1 class, it wouldn't be considered a full-time student, a graduate student, and I wasn't going to qualify for financial aid. So this first term, I'm taking 2 classes, and it's going to be hard, and I'm going to do it. So, but then moving forward, I'll just take 1 a term.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's scary. That sounds.
Yeah, I'm nervous about it, but I couldn't do it at all if I didn't have financial aid. So
you couldn't wait for the next term, semester?
Yes, I could have.
Okay.
I totally could have. I didn't even think, because they awarded me the scholarship, and I sent my bio and my photo, and I was so amped with that, and I was working back and forth. I kind of felt like, oh, do I want to now go to them? I had already spoke to the director of the department that I'm going into, and I was like, do I want to now reach out to everybody and go, just kidding?
Right. Yeah.
They probably would have been fine with it, but I think I was like, and I was excited to start.
Totally. Yeah. You got to kind of capitalize on the excitement.
Yeah.
and I wonder if there would be implications with a scholarship. So I was just curious, but
yeah,
damn. That'll be good though.
It'll be exciting. So yes, I got it.
Cool. Okay.
Yes.
Yay. Congrats. That's awesome.
Thank you. What's going on with you?
I have been mostly just chilling, and I think it's
along with relaxing. Perfect.
Yep. Just trying to chill out more. But I think it's been a few weeks since we talked, and it was our birthdays, and so that was fun. I got a few really cool birthday gifts. I got I brought them in here to show you. I got these little.
Ooh.
Wow! Look at how I'm.
It's right on your face. That's so cool.
But they're little key chains, because I always have my keys on a lanyard, and I lost the lanyard. It just fell off because it was so old. But then Jade's brother Bryce got me these. So
cool. Chucky. Ooh, I like that one. That's cute. And Pennywise.
Yeah. like little
awesome.
keychain tabs. I don't know what to call them. They're just like little fabric embroidered things. And then he did get me a lanyard though, and it's the little Cult of the Lamb.
Oh my gosh, that's cute.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Jade got me a fucking sweatshirt from Jennifer's Body, so it's like the Devil's Kettle, and it has the falls and like a little knife and a little book. And coincidentally, Paige screened that movie, Jennifer's Body, on Friday night, and so we went to that since we are postponing our birthday watch party, Discord with birthday watch party. But that was fun because I was like, I get to wear my relevant shirt to this movie. And then aside from that, birthday wise, I think I can't remember if I told you, but we did like a birthday screening. Like I picked a movie and we watched The Fall from 2006, which is a movie made by the same guy who did The Cell.
Okay.
And it's not a horror movie, but invited some friends and had them watch it. And then we went out for dinner and just had some drinks afterwards. So that was really fun. And yeah, and then I also bought myself a brand new sewing machine and a brand new serger.
Oh,
I
nice.
Got a little bit of a bonus profit sharing money that I was like, I feel like we've been really responsible with our money. So let's just fucking blow this.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I'm really excited. I've been kind of getting back into sewing. So I'm like finishing up this project that I started years ago, which is just like a little like hoodie thing. And yeah, but I'm excited to make more stuff. So that's going to be like hopefully in my downtime thing to do, hobbies. How was your birthday?
Oh, I love that. That is all awesome. My birthday was awesome. I had my family come out. Well, my parents, my mom and dad came out, and it was crazy here on Friday night when they came on your birthday because we didn't see them during the holidays. So they had Christmas presents, Hanukkah presents, birthday presents for me, birthday presents for TT, and birthday presents for my middle daughter. Yeah. And so it was just piles of presents we were opening, and it was so much fun, but it was really nice just having him here. It was lovely. I don't know, it was just really comforting and a really, really nice trip. So
that's nice. Yeah.
And during that time, I think, that whole week leading up, I was accepted to graduate school. And then I think right after that, I found out, after we recorded, I got the scholarship. And then last week, the financial aid. So that has always, because it's always been like hinging, like, am I really going to go? So that was all really wonderful. And yeah, cool. It was really good. Yeah.
What a good birthday. I feel like we had really great birthdays.
We really did.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything you've been watching or anything like that?
I only have two things. We really haven't been watching any movies, so it's all just been shows, but we fucking binged the shit out of the Silo. Silo. That's a good one. Have you watched it all so far?
No, I haven't watched it all. I watched it all the way up with my oldest daughter up till the newest season. Okay. So I haven't seen anything new.
Well,
I don't know what that would even be.
There's only 2 seasons. And so the second one is the new one, but it's finished.
When did that come out?
I think it like wrapped up in January, maybe. So it's like,
oh, it's new. Yeah. Then no, I've only completed, like, I remember the last thing that happened, but I won't say it. Yeah. So maybe I've only seen one season. Yeah. Because I haven't watched it at all for several months.
Okay. Yeah. Then you probably have only seen the first season. But yeah, it's so good. And so we finished that. And then, of course, just watching Severance as it comes out.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I won't say anything, but I liked this newest episode because I was kind of feeling like, what? But then the newest episode made you go, oh, okay. I thought, right?
Me too. Yeah. We have also been feeling like, man, this is a little rough pacing wise because I feel like we started off slow and we've been just kind of waiting for it to pick back up. And I also feel like the last couple episodes, I feel like finally sort of started to ramp up. So excited to see where it goes from here.
Yes. Me too.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? What have you been watching, doing?
We have been watching, there's this show on Netflix called The Curious Case of.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it is so curious. No, I've been having fun with it. The first one was like, oh, wow. And then the next few were just like twists and turns. And I'm really enjoying that. That's a lot of fun. Then we also got really wrapped up in the newest season of Alone. Okay, this is typically not my jam. I'm really not kind of a reality survival. I'm just not into it. But so Steve was watching it, and so I watched it, and we binged the whole thing. And it was just really cool. And the person that won, don't worry, I won't say anything. That person is just really freaking cool. And it was, yeah, I most definitely. I think they would have dropped me off, and if they returned an hour later, I would have been like Lord of the Flies. They would have had to take me off the island. There's just no way. No way.
No, me either.
I wouldn't even have lasted a night.
No, me either. What? Sorry, I interrupted you. Keep going.
No, that was so much fun. And the last thing I just wanted to mention is on Max, we watched What Happened to Brittany Murphy was the documentary, and that was pretty fascinating. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know about her. And the last thing, this is what I wanted to mention. So, Annie Elise, 10 to Life, true crime. She once had a sponsor. I don't know if they still are, but Magellan TV, the like true crime TV, but they also have like history shows and stuff like that. Okay. So I signed up for like a free month, and they had a show on there called The Girl Who Became Three Boys. Oh my God, you guys, if you have Magellan TV, you have to watch The Girl That Became Three Boys. It was mind-boggling. It is about, and I can tell you because it's right in the summary, I won't tell you everything, but it is about a girl who catfished her two friends and pretended to be three different boys, catfishing, and dated them, but they had met in person and even messed around and had an intimate relationship in person. And Whoa. It was their one friend impersonating three boys, guys. Insane. If there is an offer for Magellan TV, and they are not sponsoring us, unfortunately, because I would love it, take advantage of that and pop on there and watch this. Blew my mind.
Weird. Yeah, how in the fuck?
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. That's kind of fun, because at least it's like, I feel like it's hard to find true crime that's not murder.
Yes. You know? Yes. There was no murder in this one.
Okay. I was like, maybe it ramps up to murder.
No
Who
murder.
knows?
No murder. Okay. And they do have a lot of murder in there. But there was also one about this Christian, I guess you would say cult. I always think cult. I think evil. I think kids are getting married off to old men and stuff like that. This was really just a very secluded Christian group. They were all very happy and just living in this tiny community, and they all dressed the same, and that was fascinating too. I don't remember the name of it, but it was also on Magellan TV. No murder.
Okay, but it's also not true crime.
It's not true. There was no crime.
Okay, got it.
I think it's more just ooh, look at this weird cult, but the people were happy and stuff. So I don't know.
Okay, so it was just a documentary style.
Yeah, and I noticed they also have it's sold as, well, maybe I watch true crime, so in my feed it's sold as true crime TV. But they have history and science on there too. Yeah.
That makes sense with the name Magellan. I was like,
yeah.
What? Okay. Got it.
Now that I think about it, you're right. Maybe it just says true crime because I watch true crime. But if I was an astronomer, it'd be science TV.
Yeah, totally. Caters to the viewer, probably.
Yeah. But that's it. That's all. I'm just working at work and doing my thing.
Yeah. Same.
All right. Well, you want to get into it? Want to talk about this movie?
Let's do it.
All right, friends, we're talking about Your Monster from 2024. If I'm looking over here, it's because where my notes are. I'm not ignoring anyone. We watched it on, we did. We watched it on Max. I think you did too, because you talked to me about it. No?
Yeah.
No.
I just want to say, we did watch it in the theater when it came out. Because I think it was I think we still had that free movie pass. Well, not free, but unlimited movie pass. And then I tried to rewatch it on Max, but I only got a third of the way through before it started acting weird, and it just wouldn't play the rest of the movie. So I reread the plot summary or through the plot on Wikipedia and took notes based on that, but you might have to help me. Like I might not remember specific details because that was like now months ago that I watched it in the theater. So,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest.
I don't know. I didn't need to tell you that, but
that was good.
I do feel the need for the transparency.
I watch it on Max, so you could watch it on Max if you want to watch it after this. The director is Caroline Lindy. She did Aspirational Slut, Painkillers, and Kindred Spirit. I haven't seen any of these things.
That sounds familiar, though. I think she's probably been one of the people who get interviewed on that horror show that Eli Roth put together on Shudder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's our cast. Tommy Dewey as Monster, Melissa Barrera as Laura Franco, Megan Faye as Jackie Denon, Edmund Donovan as Jacob, and Kayla Foster as Maisie. The budget was $300,000 and the box office was $804,531.
Wow, that's insanely low for a budget.
Yeah, I saw a snippet. I didn't save it, but I read this one piece where they were saying it was really like a family effort. Like because the budget was so low, everybody that was there wanted to be there and were putting their all into it, and they wanted to make this movie happen.
That's cool and crazy.
Yeah. Of course, this is Google budget info as always, so
could be wrong.
But the filmmaker, I mean, Carolyn, if you want to reach out to us and let us know. Let us know the truth.
Tell us.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 78%, IMDb a 6.4 out of 10, and Letterboxd a 3.5 out of 5. Thanks to IMDb, I have a little summary. After her life falls apart, soft-spoken actress Laura Franco finds her voice again when she meets a terrifying yet weirdly charming monster living in her closet. A romantic comedy horror film about falling in love with your inner rage. All right. Tawny, how did you feel about this movie?
I really liked this movie. I thought it was like fun and different, and I was excited to finally come across another movie in the small pool of movies that are horror romance that are like not the romance itself isn't like a bad thing in the end. It's not like a thriller type of thing. So, and obviously it is kind of a comedy too, so I feel like that helps. But it was just like a fun premise. As soon as Jade and I saw the trailer in the theaters, we were like, we have to watch that. That looks fun. And it was fun. And I feel like I shouldn't like this movie because it's like a lot of stuff that I don't like musical theater. And I saw somewhere also that it was called a musical, but I would not. No. It's not a musical.
It's not a musical, period.
No, it's just a movie. Yeah, totally. It's just a movie about a stage play that has some music in it. So
there is no musical. There is no. I'm going to find the person who wrote that. There's not any music. There's musical numbers in the musical they're performing, but not like I'm angry, I have cancer. I'm angry.
Totally.
No. It's not a musical.
Yeah, agreed.
She has cancer, guys. That's why I sang that song. So just so
I was wondering. I was like, did she say that in the little recap of the movie?
No, the recap did not have that. So
okay, good call to clarify. Yes.
I don't want people like, oh my God, Miriam is so insensitive to people. No.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And then there's some things that I'm like not quite sure about. So I'm excited to hear about research if there's anything that explains that. But yeah, what did you think?
I also liked it. I really liked it. I think it's my favorite horror comedy that we've watched.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, horror comedy.
Horror
romance.
Romance. Sorry.
Yeah.
Horror romance, not horror comedy. No.
Right. I was like, Dale and Tucker versus Evil. Don't come for them. That's
no. We almost Tawny almost ground. Unplugged her microphone and canceled the podcast. No, sorry. It was my favorite horror romance that we've watched.
Okay.
Yeah. I watched it with my eldest daughter who was home because
I was wondering if she was going to watch it with you. I was going to tell you almost like you should. I feel like she's going to like this.
Yes. I watched it with her, my middle daughter's girlfriend. TT debuted for a short time and then got bored and left. So we all watched it together. And yeah, we really liked it. We had fun with it. We were watching it and really, okay, so I have to say, I enjoyed the comedy. I thought they delivered the comedy very well. One of my favorites was the Amazon guy. That's where I really, because at first I wasn't sure, and her interaction with her friend and the ice cream, I wasn't sure. But then that interaction with the Amazon guy is like, oh, this is fucking cute. I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
And then there's many more moments like that. But as we were watching it, I had to go, all right, guys, remember this is a horror movie because it's for the longest time. And then my daughter's girlfriend would go, oh, that's right. That's right. So because we didn't know when the horror was coming in and what it was going to be. And she's not a big horror fan. Yeah. So yeah. And that's that. Okay. I thought it was cute.
Yeah, it is fun. And there is a little bit of horror at the end, I feel like.
Yes. But it takes all the way to the end. So every time we were like, ooh, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? And then they started to go, all right, well, this is a horror movie. Yeah. My daughter's girlfriend was saying, ugh, I'm not buying it. Like if they fall in love, this guy is so, no, absolutely not. And then as the movie progressed, I was like, come on, you don't want them to kiss. You don't want, and she's like, all right, I'm there. I want them to be together. So that was fun.
Yeah, fun. I liked it too. It was like, it definitely has like a silly way about it. Like, like you're saying with her, like crying and the way that she's like reacting to things. But somehow I usually would hate it. And I was a little bit on the fence at the beginning too. But I think like once you get on board for the tone of the movie, I feel like she specifically the actress, what's her name? Melissa?
It is Melissa Barrera.
Yeah. I feel like she's like really sells it in a way that works for this movie. So.
I absolutely agree. I thought the acting was great. I thought it was a lot of fun. I think I loved the dark ending. I just loved that twist and that final song and performance. But so at the ending, part of me either wanted the monster to be real and they were able to be together, or if the monster is her rage, I wanted her to get away with murdering that guy.
Yeah.
It was just like, so now she's just going to go life in prison and that's the end of the story. I felt so, I don't know.
I agree. I feel like this is my one thing that I'm like kind of on the fence about with the movie is like, I was like, I'm not quite sure that I'm following this metaphor all the way through here. You know, like I'm like, okay, I get, you know, the monster is a representation in the end of her own anger. And so it is about like, you know, accepting all parts of yourself. But then she murders him, that guy, her eggs. And I'm like, okay, but what? Like, yeah.
I was like, when she broke the ruler, I was like, no, don't end your life over this fucking guy. Like, don't, your whole life isn't be ruined over this prick. Stop. You're performing. You're the lead actress in it.
It's already over.
When she first started acting and she switched places with the other main actress, I thought, oh, I hope she kills it. So then everyone will praise this director for hiring such an amazing actress and he'll just have to go along with it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then her whole career will boom and be amazing. But no, I was like, no, don't kill him. Don't kill him. So when the curtain opened and Monster was there, I was like, oh my God, you guys, he's going to eat him. Because remember how we kept saying, I'll eat him? Yeah. So I was like, he's going to eat the guy and then there'll be no body. Because I was I was going back and forth with, is he real? Is he not? And then I was like, oh, yeah, he'll eat him. And then she's there. Nope. She stabbed him. And I'm like, okay, maybe she's just covered in blood. Maybe the monster did, because I didn't see the thing in her hand just yet, right? And I was like, she's covered in blood. And they're like, yeah, but I said, well, maybe the monster ate him and the blood splattered, you know, as long as the body's not there. But then you pull all the way out and the body's there and she did it and that's that.
Yeah, and the crowd is like, whoa.
Yeah, whoa. And it's I have here, so I mean, and maybe it's all of these things. Is rage good? Is it bad? Is it about channeling your rage to benefit you? Because as she's meeting her monster, which is her inner rage or her inner anger, she becomes a stronger woman. She speaks up for herself.
Yeah.
She's not a doormat. But then she becomes too intermingled with her rage and commits murder. So is it like saying it's a fine line between what? I don't know.
Totally. I agree. I am sort of like, where does this leave us? You know, I didn't love the way that it wrapped up. And I agree. I think it would have been better if, like, I don't know, not to say that obviously if some guy's an asshole and you murder him, it's okay. But somehow the ending does feel dissatisfying, and it would feel better if she either got away with it or like it didn't happen at all, or it was a, you know, vision. Because I feel like she's already won by that point. Like once the play started, she was already the lead person. There was absolutely nothing he could do to like undo that. So like the end, you're good to go.
She could have literally looked at him and been like, they love me out there. What, are you going to take me out? And he'd been so mad, just spit in his face, get off my fucking stage.
Totally.
And then did the thing. But no, now she's going to go to prison over this jerk.
Right, exactly. Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, and you all know, most definitely, if you need to get a divorce or you're angry at someone, don't kill the people. Those are two things I see all the time. Just get the divorce or just move on. Don't be killing people. But in a story, it's just a story and just a movie. It would have been nice if she got away with this character that we hate so much, or if the monster ate him, or if she just one-upped him by just being a badass and him being just a joke, a laughing stock or whatever. I don't know. Yeah,
because in the end, you're like, oh God, no, that sucks. But you're like, oh, I didn't want her to go to prison for life, but it like undercuts the rest of the movie, in my opinion, because of their very cute relationship. And I love all of that. And I love the two of them. And it's like really great and poignant. But then like at the end, you're like, oh God, this led to such a terrible thing, even for her, that I was like, what was the, you know, like, was there a point here that I was missing?
Yeah, because you feel like I wish she wasn't even in the show. Yeah. Because she went to prison. She did such an amazing job, too. She was able to, because when she first auditioned, you know, she was having that stage fright and she wasn't able to do it. And then that last, she sang the song exactly how he wanted it to be sung by that other girl, like exactly how it needed to be sung. Yeah. And nobody really cared because there was a dead body on the stage. Yeah. So I have there wasn't a whole lot, but I have like, your monster primarily explores themes of female rage, suppressed emotion, the consequences of silencing oneself, and the potential for destructive behavior when trauma is not processed healthy. But I feel like her trauma was processed healthy. It made it seem that way because of the loving relationship with Monster. Yeah. And she like took the time to be sad and feel sad about it. And like even had a moment later, one of my favorite moments, where she unleashes her anger and just has a fucking yell sesh at him. And like, so I feel like that's, you know, I mean, again, you don't really like, it's not healthy necessarily to like blow up on people, but she's able in the movie to like feel that sadness and then feel the anger and express herself, you know, in a way that she's not a doormat. And I feel like that is like processing it, you know? Yeah. If Monster's rage, is it that she was in love with her rage and that's not a healthy state to be in? Like your rage can help you, or I don't want to say rage. Your anger can help you be an advocate, stand up for what's not right. Use your voice to stand up for yourself. You know, your anger can help you do that, but maybe because she fell in love, using air quotes, with her anger, that's when it totally consumed her. I don't know. The monster character representing a manifestation of a woman's inner turmoil and bottled up anger, often stemming from experiences of abuse or societal expectations that force women to suppress their feelings. But I don't feel like I don't think that was him though, because the monster didn't have her suppress. Or maybe that's just saying the rage is from those things. Okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. All right.
Yeah.
What else do I have? Okay, so I have the power of unseen rage. The film highlights how women can internalize their anger, leading to a destructive inner voice that can manifest in various ways, even if outwardly they appear calm and composed. Your monster doesn't portray the monster as a simple villain, but rather a complex reflection of Laura's deep-seated pain and trauma, leaving room for interpretation about whether it's a literal entity or a figment of her imagination. I think it was pretty clear it was a figment of her imagination at the end, anyways.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's something. I'm sorry. This is what I was looking for, and then I'll be quiet. That this also could have been like the ending. What happens when you have internalized rage that could lead to self-harm?
Okay. Okay, I'm buying that.
Okay.
I'm buying that because in the like the way that we keep talking about it, like we're not sad for this guy. He's a dick. Mm-mm. We are sad for her because she now has to go to prison for the rest of her life. So it is some indirectly like self-harm in that way. Yeah. And so I can see how that would be. I can see that connection. That's better for me.
It's not 100% though, but it's better.
Yeah, you got to kind of like, it's a little bit of a jump to get to that point. But yeah, I mean, again, I just think it's kind of undercut by like, yeah, he doesn't feel like a villain to me at all. Like he's able to help her process. He cares about her clearly. And they have like a very cute relationship. And so I just, I think
he helps her process her anger in really healthy ways. He helps her realize it's not okay that you're being treated like that. Yell for yourself, break the plates, and they do that little plate breaking thing. And they have so much joy together. The only thing, so in the end, it's almost like when he appears and they hug and she kills the guy, I didn't see him rage monster setting her up for that. It seemed like almost like he was setting her up for the opposite. He was like, you don't need him.
Yeah, totally.
You are beautiful. You are powerful. And now all of a sudden he's like, yeah, baby, stab him in the neck.
Yeah, agreed. It's weird. It's like the ending, I feel like, is almost like the ending of a different movie. Like I'm like, was I just watching a different movie than I just watched? Like, I don't know.
We talked a lot about the ending. So just so you know, in the movie, she is dating this playwright. He writes a play for her, his girlfriend. The role is hers. She helped workshop it all, right? Everything. It's for her. But then she gets cancer and he's like, this is too much for me. And he bails on her. So as she's healing, she meets Monster, who's like the monster in her closet. I loved how he'd sleep under her bed.
Yeah, that was funny.
It's so cute. That's why I wanted them to be together. And she's kind of going back and forth. She's in love with Monster, and she's still trying to get his attention. And then it leads you up to the end. There's a lot of other stuff that happens in between, but
yeah, but it's so cute. They're like relationship, because it is at the beginning. He's like, I don't want you here, like I don't want roommates. I live in this house alone. And so you need to get out. And she's like, I don't have anywhere to go. So he gives her 2 weeks. And over those 2 weeks, they like bond and have a good time. And like, I don't know. It's just a really cute relationship. And I feel like it gets to the point that there was that really cute scene in the kitchen where they break the plates. But then she invites him to a Halloween party.
Yes.
Or a costume party at the theater, which I thought was cute because I was like, oh, he can come out there. Yes. No one will know because he looks like he's in a costume. And that was really like fun and cute. And so afterwards they're walking home and they have that conversation where he's like, it's not okay, like what he did. And he not convinces her, but he like allows her to admit to herself and out loud that it wasn't okay and that she's upset about it and it's okay to be upset about it. And I really liked that because it was like he was allowing her to just feel that anger and be angry about it.
Yeah.
It's that guy's a fuck.
Yeah, he was really great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the monster. I thought you meant Jacob.
Oh gosh, Jacob was just so despicable.
He was terrible. But the guy who was acting as him was great. Like, I feel like he did a really good job of being like pretty despicable.
Yes.
You know?
He was so despicable. And
but
then
like in a human way too.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. At the very end was when he was just over the top villainous, despicable. But throughout the whole movie, he was a creative where his art comes before anything else. And she was going to he said, you're going to need a caregiver and I can't be that for you.
Yeah.
I mean, he was shitty. And then on the other hand, he was just honest for what he's looking for and what he can and can't do in a relationship. And then her friend slept with him. The whole time with her friend, I'm like, she is just not a good friend. You need better friends. And then that one scene where they were kind of arguing in the theater, I was like, ooh, what is a good friend? Was she a good friend in her own way? Before I knew, obviously, that they slept together. But no, she was terrible.
No, she was, a shitty
Horrible.
friend.
Shitty.
And from the very beginning, you know, like she picks her up from the hospital and she's like, oh, I'm here for whatever you need. Oh, sorry, I have to go. It's like, I don't know. She was terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. I really liked the acting. I liked the performances. I kind of wanted them to be together.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be perfect if he ate him. She could be covered in blood, but people wouldn't really know why.
Yeah, and you could be like, it's the play.
It's
nobody
part of the
knows.
show, and people would be like,
yeah.
Because those two guys.
Where's Jacob? I don't know.
I don't know.
The
two guys in the audience were like, is this a part of the play? And he's like, I don't know, but I'm loving it.
Yeah.
So could have gotten away with it and had that dark moment, but let her get away with it too.
Yeah. I guess in that way, if that does happen, though, like it isn't really a cautionary tale about internalized anger. But I don't know. Like, again, I'm left with feeling like, what is this movie trying to tell me? Like, it's okay to be angry. It's not okay to be angry. Like, I don't know. It's a weird ending.
Yeah. What if when she broke the ruler and was thinking of stabbing him, the monster came out and was like, you're better than this. Like, this is going over the line or stepping over the line or something like that. And then she didn't kill him. I mean, it wouldn't be a horror movie then.
Right. Exactly.
You needed that kill in the end.
Yeah, that's the horror section for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that I'll say is like one of my favorites. I mentioned this earlier, but like I really, really love the scene where she just like unloads at the theater on Jacob. And I don't remember exactly like the things that she says, but like he's being kind of a jerk to the lead actress, Jackie Denon. What a great name.
Yeah.
I like when movies come up with really good names. I like her name too. Like Laura Franco.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just feels like a real name that somebody would have. But and she's just like, leave her alone, you know? And then it just spirals into this, like, she's just like fucking saying some shit. I don't remember what she says, but I was like, I love this.
I loved it too. I just felt really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, or uncomfortable in the sense that she first was laying into him and I was like, yeah, this is great. But then she started, I don't know if you remember, where he said something and she's like, she started losing her flow and just was like, well, you're a stupid pants. And people were just looking at her and I was like, stop.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved it if she just got up there and just like mic drop moment, but it definitely started to spiral and I'm like, oh God, stop. Stop.
Oh God, please. Yeah, I don't really remember the actual things that she says, but the way that it left me feeling is it's somewhat cathartic, you know, like
Mhm.
and I have like dreams about this. I might have mentioned this. Sometimes I have dreams where I'm just fucking screaming at people, and it is somehow also cathartic. Like I'm never gonna like yell. I'm never gonna lose my shit and yell at somebody in real life. Like that's just not who I am. It's like I would never. But I sometimes get to do it in my dreams, and like that feels really good sometimes. And so it was like that. I'm like watching her just fucking go off, and it is sort of like over the top and dramatic, and like even probably you know, immature because the way she's, but it's like you're just like fuck yeah, because you know sometimes you have just this feeling that you like want to do that. And I kind of like, because afterwards she's like not even apologetic, right? She's kind of like whatever.
Yeah, she's walking up the street with her friend. Yeah, and
I like that part too. She's just like,
I think she's yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I was thinking back, was she a little bit embarrassed by it, but I don't think she was.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck yeah. I think that's what it was. Like in the end too, I was like, because it was kind of embarrassing. But then the fact that she didn't feel embarrassed about it, at least that I could tell, I was like, yeah, you know what? People fucking do this all the time. And I feel like that is part of it. You know, like I feel like as a woman, it is sort of like somehow in society, like your responsibility to make sure everybody's feeling good. Like you're responsible for everybody's emotions and the harmony of a situation. Like don't rock the boat, don't make waves, don't make people uncomfortable. And so like it just felt good for her to be like fucking no holds barred, like whatever. And I felt the same way kind of in this like release. Like in the end, I think that's what I loved about this movie. Like the ending was kind of weird and it didn't really like connect to the movie, but I left feeling like I want one more movies like this that are like about this kind of stuff, like feminine rage, the, you know, release of these things. It felt like The Substance to me in a way. Like at the end of The Substance, you're like, oh yes, like I feel this in my body. Like that's how I felt about this. Like her just losing it. I was like, yes, do it.
I agree with you on that. I felt that too in the end. She made this amazing performance. You're just like in awe of what she's doing. And then the guy was dead and it was intense. It was a good Yeah, that's all I can think is maybe it's your anger is a good thing, a healing thing, something that you can really make good from, but be careful because it can become all consuming.
Yeah.
Like love. It can be all consuming and push you over the edge and of the very wrong way and destroy you.
Yeah, true. Well said.
There was no trivia except like I think it was filmed in Jersey. I might have made that up. I think I was.
Yeah.
I didn't write it down. I didn't write down the like one piece of trivia.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's not a great trivia.
But it was a very cute movie.
Yeah, it's fun. I feel like I would have loved watching this as a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a total fucking teenager sleepover movie, right? Like
yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. Even the way it ended. I left the movie thinking, wow, that was good. And everybody was like, yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. And funny. It was a ride.
Yeah. Ooh, and that Bride of Frankenstein costume was legit.
So good. I did love that.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Oh, and they're really dancing together. Oh.
It's cute.
I love the love.
I know, me too. Me too. Yeah, I guess actually at the end, the romance does end up being bad, kind of. But I don't feel that way. about the movie, you know? Like they have such a cute relationship and it's fun. I don't know. I agree that I think it's my favorite horror romance. Maybe except for Warm Bodies.
Yeah. Yeah, you really like that one too.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about Bones and all. I just feel like that would be a movie I loved. I you know.
Yeah. I think about that actually quite often.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe that one's worth a revisit.
Yeah. I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Rewatching that movie. Well, I'm glad we found something we liked. And I think if they made this movie, if they made it the opposite, where it wouldn't be about really what happens with internalized rage, and it was more like, you know, a love story between this woman and her monster's killing all the bad people that are effing with her. I wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah, totally.
Because we have to have the horror in there. So maybe he's like eating and killing people. Her friend.
Yeah.
You know?
Take her out. Yeah.
I mean, it was probably way better this way, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else.
I don't either.
Wow, that was wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Are you ready to rate it?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, Tawny, what do you have for me? What do you rate your monster?
I think I'm going to give this a 3.8.
Nice. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I already did it. Sorry, I beat you to it. I put it in the spreadsheet.
Oh, no, you're good. I was thinking the score-wise. Okay, tell me.
Oh, okay.
3.8.
Yeah, 3.8. Yeah, I really liked it a lot in the end, even though it's like our issues with the end and just how that connects to the like theme or the message of this movie. I still really enjoyed it. It's very fun. It was funny. It's just a good watch. It's just fun, like it's just like a simple good watch. So 3.8.
That's great. That's great. Okay. I am also going to do 3.8, not because I'm copying.
Okay.
Because I was going between 3.75 and based on my other movies and 3.85, but The Offering was 3.85 and I like that more. But I really did enjoy this for a horror romance. So I almost went to 4 until I saw some of my other scores. I'm like, oh, no. I didn't like it more than that. So I think that this settles nicely where it needs to be at a 3.8.
Agreed. I also looked at The Offering and I also gave The Offering a 3.85 and I was like, no, I didn't like it as much as that.
Yay.
You know? Or even I looked back. I mean, I think we were both looking at, 2 years ago now, which is fucking wild. But 2 years ago now where we did our horror romance February series and I gave Bones and All a 3.85. But I think I did like that more just because there were elements of that movie that I liked more because they were kind of scary or off-putting and but not, like as a horror romance, I think I like this better, but as an overall movie, like I don't think I like it as much as Bones and All because there was a lot to like in Bones and All. Yeah,
we're going to rewatch that movie.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what we're gonna do next though, because I'm like, I have some ideas.
Okay.
If we want to keep the horror romance going.
Okay.
My 2 best ideas I think are Happy Death Day, which is also a horror comedy, or Attachment, which I haven't seen, but you don't have Shudder anymore, right?
No.
Okay, so we'd have to rent it, but it's I think it was a Shudder original that came out last year or the year before. And it's like a horror romance, but I don't think it's a comedy. So I'd be like kind of interested to see what that ends up being like, but I don't know. It's a risky subgenre to just pick randomly.
Because the last February was real rough. Yeah. But I'm looking here. Okay, so we have one more episode for February. All right. Well, I'm happy to look at those 2 and pick from one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. And then you
sorry, continue.
No, what were you going to say? I was going to say jibber jabber.
Or you can just pick whatever one you want to watch too, because I picked this one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. TBD.
For Valentine's Day. So my husband, Steve, will be leaving for a convention for work. So it's just me and TT for Valentine's Day. And I said, what do you want to do, honey? And she goes, I want to binge all of the A Quiet Place movies and order sushi. So that's what we're going to do.
Great. Love that. 10 out of 10 Valentine's Day.
If something pops up that I'm like, oh, maybe we should watch this, but let me look at those two movies because I don't know. There's lots of things I want to watch that when you ask me what you want to watch, I'm like, yeah. Or if I have a free night where I can watch whatever I want because I'm the only one watching TV, I just like never know what to watch or where to start.
Yeah, I feel that.
All right, awesome. Well, friends, if you've seen your monster, please do share your favorite scenes and theories and thoughts and everything on social media using the hashtag 2ChicksAndAHorrorFlick. And while you're there, give us a follow. That was really lame, but you know, I'll do better next time. And Tawny, what else?
If you want to support the show, I thought it was great.
Okay, thank you.
If you want to support the show, you can give us a like, review, and subscribe on whatever podcatcher you're listening to us on. That's it. So have a good night. No nightmares.